Hi, second graders. All right, so for this chapter, for chapter 7, you have 13 vocabulary words. So I'm going to go through them kind of fairly quickly so that you can get reading. Make sure that you're paying attention. A lot of these words you'll know, but some of them are new. So let's go through them. All right, the first vocabulary word is the word brook. Brook is a small stream. So what that basically means is it's like a small amount of water that is going through the jungle like this. In this picture, you'll see there's a stream here with the water, with the trees around it. So when you read the word brook in this chapter, just picture a small stream in the jungle. The next word is the word roaring. Now, a roar is something that a lion does, like roar, like really loud. That was a terrible lion voice. But I'm sure you guys have a wonderful roaring sound made by a lion. Here's a picture of a lion roaring. The next vocabulary word is the word peered. Elmer peered across a clearing. And what that just means is that he looked. Peered is another word for look. And it's past tense because there's an ed, so he looked in the past tense. The next vocabulary word is clearing, and this is also very similar to the word meadow. And a clearing is just an area in the forest or a jungle where there's open land where you can run around, and there's not a lot of trees in there, so the animals have a chance to run around and play. The next vocabulary word is the word prancing. Now, the word prancing means that when you're walking kind of with like a pep in your step. Here's a little gif from The Lion King, and this animal is just prancing. It's like the legs are going higher, they're not dragging their feet, they're prancing. The next vocabulary word is the word mane, and this is the hair around a lion's head. So this is the mane, and this lion has a dark mane around it. So just know that's the word mane. The next word is the word snarled. And this one is different than a roar. This is kind of what an animal will do when an animal is bothering them. They'll snarl at them. So here's a picture of an animal snarling. The next vocabulary word is the word twigs. Now, twigs are just a word to describe small sticks. They're not heavy, they're not big. Sometimes they can be like as small as like this or this. You kind of use twigs when you're camping. You can use twigs to roast marshmallows. You can put them on the end and then stick them in the fire and roast your marshmallows. So those are twigs. They're not huge branches or sticks. The next vocabulary word is an underbrush. Now, the word underbrush is a word to describe the small trees or plants underneath the trees in a rainforest. So what this means is these are what they look like in this picture. In this picture, or in the book, Elmer, he crawls under the underbrush, and this is just what he's crawling through. So just kind of have that idea. The next vocabulary word is the word skidded. And this just means when an animal skids, they're running, but when they stop moving, they're still sliding. So this is a gif of a dog who runs and he's skidding on the ice. Because you can see that his body is moving and then he stops, but because of the ice, he's still sliding. Let's see. The word ordinarily is just another word for usually in this chapter. So when they say like something ordinarily happens, it means that it usually happens. It happens a lot. Okay. The next vocabulary word is this word allowance. An allowance is something that you can get from your parents. It can be in the form of like money, candy. If you do your chores around the house, like cleaning or organizing or doing your work or making your bed or taking out the trash or help set the table, you can get an allowance from your parents. So this is just like a reward, sort of. And the next vocabulary word is, and forelock. And what this means is this just describes the hair on the front of your head. So if you look at this lion picture, here's his forelock right here. It's like kind of in the middle of his forehead. Like, so if I was an animal, I would have, or like bangs, I would have hair in the front of my face like this. So that's your forelock. And this is important to know because Elmer tells a character in this chapter to do something with his forelock. So those are the 13 vocabulary words in this chapter. If you have any questions, bring it to our guided reading section either at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. But yeah, enjoy chapter 7. Bye!